Good morning, everybody. So I thought I would give you guys an update on where we are at with the demo process and show you some of the decisions that I made for the house so far. I've been to Home Depot and Lowe's and Pinterest quite a few times over the last few days since my last video, which was just talking a little bit about the demo that we've done. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've decided on so far. And poor Mr. Kong, he's so confused about what we're doing. He's just so sweet. Okay, so we are going to end up putting in a new door. We might as well do it while we have the trim off the wall. So we're just going to go get another white steel door that has a really small window on the top, because I like the light coming in, but I don't want someone standing at our front door and seeing into our house. And as you can see, there's a huge window in this door, and I've always hated it because when someone comes to the front door, they can totally see that you're home, and I do not answer the front door when Craig is not home. I know that sounds crazy, but ever since I had Stella, I just don't do it. It actually just, that should actually be locked. The bottom one was locked, but I just, safety is such a huge thing for me. So I've just always never answered the door, and I always keep those blinds down. But I would love to actually have some more light coming in from the top here if we get, well, I do have a door picked out. It's not a super fancy door. I would love to have a wood door, but honestly, because we are going to sell this house still in a few years, I don't want to spend $1,200 on a front door, and they're actually pretty expensive. So the one that I have picked out, I think is $270 or something. And it's a good secure door, and it lets light in, and it's white, so it'll match the trim and stuff. So it's good enough. This is the fireplace tile that I picked out. So this is actually a white quartz, and it's rough. It's not smooth. And this is what is going on that fireplace. So I'm going to try to see. These are really heavy, heavy pieces, because it's a bunch of tiles put together, if that makes sense. So this is what's gonna go on here. This is going to get painted, and I'll show you what color here in a little while. But anyway, so this is, that's what's going on the fireplace now. So it's gonna be much lighter. It'll be a much better focal point in here. Besides that black, I hate that black. Craig actually likes it, but I was I'm sorry. I totally want him to have opinions, but that's the one thing that I had to veto, because I was it's just a black hole over there. With the TV being black and all of his stereo stuff up there, so we gotta break it up just a little bit. So anyway, you can see all of this particle board, subfloor stuff. We've taken all of that out now, and there's Chi-Chi. This is where our dishwasher and our stove are now living. Our dining room. We took the ugly, ugly tile off of the counters finally. So Craig and I decided we're going to go ahead and split the difference. We're going to leave an overhang, but only to here. So we're essentially going to split the difference and just have a little bit of extra counter space. But I think this will honestly make a difference in giving us just a tiny bit more room to move around in the dining room. My table is obviously really big. It's far too large for this space, but Craig has a big family, and if we ever want to have any of them over, we need a bigger table. So, and I do like to invite them over at least a few times a year, so we need the bigger table. I don't want to change it out, so I got to try to figure out a way to make it work. This will still give someone an option to put bar stools here in the future if they want to, and have a little bit of an eating area on the counter, but it also obviously adds a little bit more room here to move around. And I can move the table away from the wall versus like leaving it pushed up against the wall. So you can see it's a little tough getting that backsplash off the wall, and there's some pretty damaged areas here. I had Craig put the sink back in because like I can't live without a sink. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to switch cameras. The other one ran out of batteries. So this is our new backsplash here. It's a mix of clear glass tiles that have a crackle finish and frosted glass tiles. And then I believe this is actually either marble or quartz. These guys here, I can't remember, but it's white with like touches of gray in this marble or quartz. So it ties in with the gray countertops, and then with the kitchen cabinets that are going to be white. So that's what's going on the backsplash. I think it's going to look really nice. We're going to do some white trim. Are you okay? She's been pretty grumpy lately too. I don't blame her. So that's what's going there. And what else? I have been looking at paint swatches for like days. These are the ones that I liked. Why is that blue? Okay. These are the ones that I like the most from Sherwin-Williams. This is the color Mink. This is Proper Gray, and this is Essential Gray. Okay. I am trying to find a gray that is not super cool toned, but more like neutral, so almost like a grayish, like a gray beige. I think I'm struggling the most with the paint color because this is the last time that I want to paint this house before we move out. I painted this whole house myself, like every single room. It took me, I'm not kidding you, probably like 5 or 6 months to get everything done because I was doing it on my own and I was still working full-time and running a full-time business. So it was really like, I don't want to paint again. And this time we are having somebody else do it, but we're also paying somebody else a lot of money to do it. So I just want to make sure that I get it right so that when we go to sell this house in a few years, like the realtor isn't going to come in here and say, could you go ahead and repaint it? I just want to be able to say like, no. It's as is. It's a nice modern color. Take it for what it is. The new owners can repaint it, you know, like, but I want it to be neutral. So I don't totally love these colors. So I think I'm going to go to Lowe's later on this afternoon with Stella. And I really like the Valspar paint. The Sherwin-Williams paint is nice too, but I think I actually like the colors that Valspar has better. So what I'm trying to do is I still want to keep an accent wall. So you can see that wall is much darker. So I was thinking about putting the Mink over there and still keeping that a dark wall, but making everything else like much lighter. So I was trying to decide between, you know, do I go with the Essential Gray or the Proper Gray as the rest of the downstairs? Because every room downstairs, including this hallway that goes up here, will be this or this or something from Valspar. I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of the one thing that I'm still a little bit unsure of. I'll show you guys the downstairs bathroom here. We did completely gut that now, so that's not functioning. I told Craig to not take the washer and dryer out yet because if I have laundry sitting for like 5 or 6 days, it's going to be a nightmare. So I need to actually today work on doing like several loads of laundry because I don't know when he's going to have to move this. We've decided to also get a new washer and dryer because this one is, I think it's 11 years old now. And it was a very basic model that we bought and served us well, but it's really not, it's not taking all the soap out of the clothes anymore, which is weird, but it's just time to replace it. I don't know if we'll just go get a really nice new washer and keep this dryer until it futzes out. I'm not opposed to that at all. Like, I don't care if it doesn't match. I don't care, but we'll see what Craig says. He's pretty practical too, so we'll probably just have a super nice washer and keep our ghetto dryer. I know. Life's tough, huh? Trim got out of that window, obviously out of this window, and this is the bathroom right now. It's beautiful, right? I know all of this is going to look so nice when it's all said and done. I got an oval mirror to put here. I think I'm actually just going to keep that light fixture. Once I clean the dust off of it and clean these shades, you know what? I bet I could also find some different shades for this. I think I'll look for some different shades, and that should update it just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with the light fixture, and the style of it kind of fits with what we're going to like put in here. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. What do you guys think? You don't want me to keep it? She's so pissed at me. Anyway, by the way, the vanity that goes here has literally been sitting in our garage for over a year. I'm not kidding you. It's, oh God. It's been sitting in our garage for a year, and I've been storing stuff in it. So the new vanity is going to be much taller. It's actually going to come up to here, and then because we made everything like Craig sized. Craig is 6'7", so he's a little taller. And then there's going to be a backsplash of quartz for like the quartz counter and like undermounted sink, which I really recommend. If you're going to like replace your counters, do an undermounted sink, because it's so much easier to keep clean. Like you don't have to scrub around like the grout around the sink. That's really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that's it. Obviously we need a new toilet in here too. And I don't know what happened here with the paint. When Craig took the toilet out, I was like, what is that? Like, what did I do there? And he was like, I don't know. Neither of us understand what happened here. I think I just did one coat behind the toilet. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna figure out what my cat here wants. But this is the current state of our house right now, and I will continue to keep you guys updated. As of right now, they are coming to do the templates for the quartz countertops Monday. Floors start getting installed either Monday or Tuesday. Friday of next week, or this week here that we're entering into, the counters are being installed then. Then we can do the backsplash. I believe Tile Guy might actually be coming this weekend to start on the fireplace. I'm totally still wearing my robe, by the way. It's not sexy. He's gonna come and do the fireplace. And then, by the way, I'm painting this wood the same color as that wall that's gonna get painted. So that's what we're doing there. So that's it. That's my update for you guys. Thanks for following me along on my little journey here, and I will check in with you guys soon. Bye. Is that dog fur? Anyway, okay. So Stella and I stopped by Lowe's on the way back from the gym today, and I grabbed some paint samples from Lowe's. I really like the Valspar paint, but I also saw that they carried this HG. This dog fur is determined to like make its way into the video. They also sell the Sherwin-Williams HGTV brand of paint. I think I can actually just get it done at Sherwin-Williams if I take them this paint swatch. I don't know if it's exclusive to Lowe's. I'm gonna call and ask, but the reason that I want to get it actually done at Sherwin-Williams, the store, is because I have a friend who has a wholesale account there. So I would rather get my paint a lot cheaper than pay retail. So we'll see though. All right, so I figured I might want to actually go with more of a grayish versus like a true gray, because I have to keep in mind this carpet that we have up here, which is kind of a taupey neutral grayish, essentially. There's not much taupe in it, but there definitely is some. It doesn't look like in the light right now, but there actually is. So I have to be careful with what I pick for this wall because this is what continues downstairs and around the corner. So all of that is going to be painted the same color. So what I decided I think I'm going to do is this. It's called Adley Gray, and this is from the HGTV. It's not a ton lighter than this faint maple from Valspar, but it's a different tone, and I think it is going to brighten it up here quite a bit. Plus, when we change out all of this trim to white, I think it's really going to look much brighter up here. I almost had a moment where I was like, I wonder if I should do this Ghost Pines, but that's really light, and we do still have little Stella running our hands against the walls, and so I'm hesitant to do anything too light because darker colors do hide the schmutz a little bit more. This color right here is it's actually called Perfect Grayish, and that's just a little bit too dark. I think I'm starting to near more of where like the same darkness as this, but just a different color. And I don't want to do that. I definitely want to go a shade lighter. So I think this Adley Gray, hopefully I'm saying that right, is going to be perfect. So this is what's going to go in the vast majority of the house at this point. So all of this area up here, that's my recording space back there, by the way. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this. And then for the accent wall that I'm obsessed with having, I know that probably sounds so dumb because like, why do you need an accent wall? You don't, but I've just had one for so long downstairs that I'm used to it. And I actually had thought about, and I'm not entirely sure, I think I want to do this terminal taupe, which sounds kind of, that actually sounds a little bit like ominous. Maybe I'll go for the light ledge stone just on top here. I think those two will be really nice. So this one here won't even be anywhere in the upstairs. It'll just be downstairs along the back wall by the fireplace and the dining room. So it's definitely a lot lighter than what I have down there right now, but it is that like gray taupe kind of shade that I think is going to look a lot more modern, but still tie in honestly with a lot of like the warmer, I won't say that I have a ton of like warmer, well, no, I do. The Brazilian cherry, it's not exactly warm toned, but I do have to be careful with the paint that I pick. So, but I held this up against the Brazilian cherry and it looked really nice with it. So I think this is what I'm going to go with, guys, this right here. So now I just have to figure out whether I can have it done at Sherwin-Williams or if I have to do it at, what do you call that place? Lowe's. This was another one that I considered, by the way. So this London Coach, which is from Valspar. So this color right here, and then this would have been that accent wall, which is an olive gray. These are coming off pretty true on the viewfinder here. So this is still possibly a contender because I do really like this color. I don't know how it would look. It might not look as good with the carpet, but yeah, honestly, I think the other one looks better with the carpet. Yeah, I really do think it does. Okay, we're going with this. All right, that's it, guys. I'll stop blabbering now. So I will show you guys more progress, hopefully in a couple days here as things start getting put in. So thanks for following me on this little journey.